What's up people, Orseofkorse here, coming at you with another Paragon deck build. Today we're going to be looking at my boy Rampage. I haven't made a deck build for Rampage in a while, so I wanted to go ahead and give him some love. Now Rampage is Growth and Fury, which I like that combination. It's the same as Chimera. I'm actually going to put up some gameplay with my Chimera build today as well, so make sure to sub if you're not subbed so you can see that. So right here, let's go ahead and jump into it. So I build Rampage like a bruiser tank. I don't go full tanky like I do more so with Steel and like Richter, or Norbash rather. I go more bruiser tank. So I want him to do some damage so that he can actually be a threat when he's out on the field. Now, so I go with the Warlord instead of the Centurion. The Warlord gives you the 60 power, 100% damage bonus. The reason I do this is because with his ultimate, and if you're playing wisely, you can most likely escape most of the damage, you know, with the increased movement speed Monolith, and his jump is crazy, especially when he ulted, or when he's ulted. So you should be able to escape damage when you need to. That's why I went with the Warlord. Now for his consumables, very simple. I go health potion, hunter strength, and then a strike token. If you don't have the hunter strength, you can always go with a scout's ward, because having a ward early on won't be bad. Or you can go with double strike tokens. So you can mix it up a little bit if you want, but this is what I go. I like having those 2 health potions early on, and then a little bit of extra damage. Now I have some throwaways here that I'm going to go over. The Guardian's Ward is actually a keeper. The 2 Rust Breakers and the Beastmaster's Scythe for my throwaways. So I'm going to go over these, and you can equip these in whatever order you want. Sometimes I like to go with the Beastmasters off the gate because it gives you the basic attack plus 15 against jungle minions, so it helps you farm a little bit faster. You can also go with the Brawler Scythe if you want. Now this card gives you 50 health, 5.5 attack speed, and then like I say, the unique passive is a plus 15 bonus damage, and then the 50 health. Now you don't have to fully upgrade this to get the passive, so as soon as you equip it, you can equip this first and just go in jungle and start farming up if you want. So sometimes I will start up with the Beastmaster Scythe, especially if the enemy team is playing very passively, so I can't get some good ganks. I'll go with the Beastmaster Scythe so I can farm up. You do not have to use the lesser health if you want to keep the card for a while. Maybe you'll put the lesser health on there just for a little extra survivability early on, because health is not bad early game. Now the next card, we'll come back to the Guardian's Ward. The next 2 cards are the same. They're the Rust Breakers. I like this card because it's almost like the Mashstone's Gem, but it gives you the 4 basic pen, and it's a 3-point card. But this card gives you 12 power, 4 basic pen, and then once you fully upgrade it, you get 6 extra power. Now I went with this over the Mashstone because once you fully upgrade it, you do end up getting a little bit of a higher boosted damage, of course, because it's 1 point higher. Plus the basic pen will also have you doing a little extra damage. So I went ahead and go with this early on, because if you are trying to get ganks in, having a 18 power, 36 power once you fully upgrade it is a nice little boost. That'll help you get the ganks. So I went with 2 of those, and then the Beastmaster Scythe to help you farm up. Now if you know you're going to go straight to ganking, you might want to equip the Rust Breaker first, and maybe save the Scythe for later on, maybe when the game starts to slow down or something. So as we get into the deck proper, build situationally, because if your team doesn't have wards, you might want to go with the Guardian's Ward first. That will reduce your damage output, of course, but if your team needs ward, if your team is getting ganked, you got to go with what's going to get you to win, and sometimes that's the ward. So I always keep a ward in my deck no matter what character I'm playing. So this ward right here gives you 6 power, 50 health, and the 50 health once you fully upgrade it. And I equipped it with lesser health. If you want to go with more damage, you can go with the Brawler's Ward. That way you can get a little extra power in there. I went with this just for a little extra survivability. Now the card that I'll usually go with first, once I start building properly, is the Wind Carver Blade. This card gives you 6 power, 5.5 attack speed, and then 12 power once you fully upgrade it. And I equipped it with 2 strikes, giving me 24 power, and then a kinetic. I like this card because it gets you up there on the damage and a little bit of attack speed. Like I say, I don't need my Rampage to be a heavy hitter, I just need him to be a threat so that I can draw attention. Because if you go full tanky as Rampage, they'll just ignore you, because you're not like Steel. You don't have a bunch of CC, all you have is your rock. So, and I've seen so many people miss that rock for it to really be a threat sometimes. So you have to be a threat in the damage category. and that's just my opinion. Some people might argue differently. Now, the second card that I'll usually go with, because I like to build damage first, is the Whirling Wand. Now, you can go 2 Wind Carvers if you want, but I like to go with the Whirling Wand just to get a little extra attack speed. So this card gives you 6 power, 5.5 attack speed, then 11 attack speed once you fully upgrade it. I equipped it with a kinetic, and then 2 strikes. So right there, I got a decent attack speed going. I got a decent damage or attack power going. So I am kind of a threat on the field. You know, I'm not a carry or anything, but if you ignore me, I will smash you. Now, as I go into the deck, now I have a couple of options. I can start building a little bit of armor, or I can go with health. Now, granted, the Tomb Barrier, I do have health equipped onto it. So at this point, I see which one I need more. If I think I need the health and attack speed, I'll go with the Swift Creek Heart. If I think I need some straight up armor and damage, I'll go with one of these cards. Usually at this point, I'll go with the Spiked Bone Plate. This card gives you 7 basic armor, 6 power, and then 14 basic armor once you upgrade it. And I equip this with a Beta Guard, which gives you 21 basic armor, and then 2 major casts. Now, I don't go overboard on the armor. I just want a little bit of armor just to help mitigate, because like I said, with your ultimate and your escapability, you shouldn't really be getting smashed on. You know, just play wisely, know when to disengage, know when to engage. So I don't go overboard on the armor, but I did put a little more damage in there, so like I say, I can be a threat. The next card I'll usually build is the Tomb Barrier. This gives you 4 ability armor, 50 health, and then 8 ability armor once you fully upgrade it. And I go ahead and I equip this with straight health. So 150 a piece. Some people say that you know, health isn't as good as it was, and I agree with that. But in this case, I think health is the better option. You can go with some ability armor if you want, but I opted to go with the health. And the last card I have here is the Swift Creek Heart. This card gives you 50 health, 5.5 attack speed, and 150 health. This is usually the card that I build last. And this one I equip with 2 greater health and a kinetic. At this point, you're doing a fair amount of damage. You are a threat on the field, and if they don't focus you or if they wait too long to focus you, it will take a while to burn you down, especially if your carry is still alive. Because what you want is to be in their face so that they have to target you, so that your carry can wreak havoc in the backfield, you know? So that's why I go with the health. That's why I go with a little bit of damage, so that I will draw their attention. Now, like I said, with the Guardian's Ward, you can build this first, you can build it later game. Build it whenever you think it's really necessary, because that's your own discretion. You might need it early, it might be the first card you grab. It might be mid-game. Grab it whenever you think you need it. So people, that's what I have for my Rampage deck. It's been working pretty good for me so far. Let me know what you think about it though. As always, people, make sure to drop a like if you like the video. It helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'll be pumping out deck build videos and gameplays weekly, at least a couple of times a week. I got kind of behind with Valentine's Day and all that, so you know how it is. And make sure to share the video out, because somebody else might like it, and like I say, it helps me out. In any case, people, this is Orseofkorse. Thank you for watching my video. I appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one. Make sure to tune in for the Chimera gameplay as well. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.